When you think of Florida, you think of only the weirdest and most bizarre events ever. It's not surprising, therefore, that the weirdest prison sentence also come from this part of the US. For your bewilderment, therefore, we present to you the top 10 weirdest prison sentences given in Florida. Number 10. Public confession. In Putnam County, there's a new punishment on the block. We mean literally on the block. Judge Peter T. Miller decided to take a new turn in the way the city punished first-time shoplifters. And the new punishment will have you reeling, or at least stopped. Rather than the usual 30-day jail time for first offenders, Judge Miller would force the shoplifters to march around the store they stole from and hold up placards explaining what they had done. According to the judge, this serves as a strong deterrent, as the community is a small one and the perps couldn't stay anon. Number 9. The reward for bad driving is art. In this county in Florida, bad driving used to be punished with fines for young teenage drivers. However, the fines weren't working, and Judge Lewis H. Schiff had to change tactics. So, rather than make the teenagers pay a fine, they would now be required to make scrapbooks about road accidents using newspaper clippings. They would also have to raise their GPA, after which they would have finished their sentence. The scrapbooks made by offenders would then be given to other defendants to peruse while they wait in court for their own infractions. This one is kinda cool though. Number 8. But sometimes, the reward for bad driving could also be a term paper. Like his colleague, Judge Carmine Bravo decided that a better way to punish traffic offenders is to educate them. So, in Seminole County, defendants with a road traffic offense are required to write essays about road traffic accidents and the people that have died from them. The essays are to have a 500-word count and must be meticulously researched, with the offenders actually going to memorial spots, examining reports, and getting information on the crash victims they are making a report on. Judge Schiff hopes that the education helps them see the dangers of bad driving and why they should avoid it. Number 7. Public shaming. Public embarrassment seems to be a very popular deterrent in these parts, because another judge in Florida, this time in Bradford County, is employing the same strategy. For petty crimes like theft or DUI, criminals are mostly punished by holding up a sign in prominent public spaces, explaining in the full glare of the public what they did wrong. Again, this is a small county, so the officials believe that the lack of anonymity and public shame would serve as an effective deterrent. Number 6. Standing outside the police station. Alexandra Espinosa Amaya just turned 24, and what better time to hang out at the club and have drinks till you pass out, right? Well, that's exactly what Alexandra did, except she probably had one drink too many, and ended up getting thrown out from the club in Orlando. Police officers found her struggling with the bouncers when they walked up to check out what the kerfuffle was about. But she knocked one of the officers over and was taken to court, where the judge sentenced her to anger management classes. And, wait for it, standing in front of the police station. An officer was also to be there with her, and for 4 hours, she narrated to anyone who cared to listen to what she had done. Again, public embarrassment for the win. Number 5. Opera music cures all ills. Michael Carreras was playing rap music very loudly from his car in the wee hours of the morning. So, Judge Jeffrey Schwartz came up with a funny but interesting sentence to punish the crime. He told Carreras that he had 2 options. Carreras could either pay a fine of $500, or he could listen to the opera La Traviata for 150 minutes. Of course, Carreras chose the option of listening to music instead of paying the fine. Funny enough, Carreras ended up enjoying his sentence, and even claimed to have learned a valuable lesson too. Number 4. Flip off a judge and go to jail. The Miami teen was found in possession of Xanax and was arrested. Usually, the punishment for first-time offenders is jail time.
Bye-bye.
Adios. So Penelope Soto already had it bad, but she made it worse when she flipped off the judge and cussed at him for setting her bond at $10,000.
Count one would be 10,000.
Only so much a wee teen can take, right? Well, the judge could only take so much too, because he brought down the gavel hard on the teen and sentenced her to jail for 30 days for contempt of court.
Direct criminal contempt, 30 days in the county jail.
But this one has a happy ending because the teen sobered up, apologized to the judge, and had her sentence suspended.
Yes, I understand completely, and I apologize.
Guess she was just having a bad day the day before. Number 3. P.S. I'm sorry. Andrew Gaudioso and Thomas Towers took a drive around the Tampa Bay area and ended up crashing the car. The police found drugs in Gaudioso's body when they tested, and so he was held responsible for the crime of vehicular manslaughter. Usually, this attracts a jail sentence, but Towers' parents pleaded with the judge to give a different sentence. And here's what the judge came up with. Gaudioso would be on probation. He would also be banned from driving. But here's the weird part. He'd send the Towers a postcard every week for 15 years to remind him of his crime. This punishment has a weird way of being sweet and extremely traumatizing at the same time, don't you think? Number 2. Sentenced to go on a date with his wife. In Fort Lauderdale, a certain man had raised his fist during an argument with his wife and even put his hands around her neck. For his punishment, Judge John Hurley prescribed something rather weird in collaboration with the victim. The offender was going to go on a date with his wife. And not just any date. There were stipulations. It must include 1 meal at Red Lobster, 1 bowling night, and 2 activities his wife enjoyed. Doesn't seem like a fair enough punishment for attempted strangulation, right? Well, he also had to attend marriage counseling as well.
Flowers, birthday card, Red Lobster, bowling. You got your work cut out for you, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank
you.
Number 1. 60 years imprisonment for probation violation. 23-year-old Herbert Smith got pulled over for using tinted windows, but as the windows rolled down, it revealed many other problems. His documents were suspended, a magazine of bullets were found in his car, and when they pulled out his record, it was found that he had committed multiple crimes in the past. At first, the prosecutors thought that the judge might recommend the maximum 13 years imprisonment, but Judge Matthew Destry shocked everyone when he sentenced Smith to 60 years in prison.
I'm here to say that 60 years just does not seem fair and reasonable.
The judge did end up changing his mind though, and Smith's sentence got reduced to a 15-year probation.
I have decided to suspend your sentence for 60 years.
So, which of these sentences did you find the weirdest? Let us know in the comments section. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel as well, and we'll catch you in the next one.